Hello everyone, in this video we will see how to establish site-to-site VPN tunnel between AWS and on-premises network. First of all, I would like to thank Gaurav for inviting me to create this video. I'll give a quick introduction about myself. My name is Shibidev. I am from network engineering background. I'm a content creator for YouTube channel called NetworkEvolution, where I mainly focus on topics related to network automation. I will put the channel link in the description. If you're interested, you can support this channel as well. And here in this demonstration, first I'll show you already established tunnel, then I'll delete and recreate it. Here you can see two regions. Left side region, we are going to do all the AWS VPN related configs. We'll be creating a virtual private gateway, customer gateway and all. And in the right side, we are going to simulate the on-premises network. Here we'll be using a Linux machine as the VPN server, and here we have two more additional hosts, and here the subnet is going to be 192.168.0.0/24, and in the AWS VPC it is 172.16.100.0. Both are separate VPCs running in two regions. So this is going to be the on-premises network and left side is going to be the AWS region. So let me go to AWS console and show you the setup. Here first I'll open the Mumbai region. You can see here. So this is going to act as the AWS side and this is on premises. And here I already have created a VPC called AWS VPN demo VPC. You can even use your existing VPC as well. The reason why I have created is we need separate IPs in both regions, separate subnets. So here I have created IPv4 CIDR in /24. And if you want to see the steps, you need to click on create VPC. And I have selected VPC and more. And here I have given the name AWS VPN demo. Then the CIDR block I have given 172.16.100.0. And here we are not giving IPv6. And number of availability zone I have selected one. Then the public subnet given only one subnet. Then private I have given 0. But based on your requirement you can give, and we're not going to use NAT gateway or VPN endpoint. You have to give none and create the VPC. In that way I have created this particular VPC, and I have already spinned up one EC2 instance. We can see the details here. I'll go to EC2 instances, and this is AWS host, and we can verify the IP address. Its private IP address is 172.16.100.7. Now for the VPN configuration, we'll go to the VPC. Here first we need to create a customer gateway, and this customer gateway public IP address is going to be the public IP address of this Linux VPN server. In the right side, the Singapore region, you can see the IP address. It is 47.128.76 and 211. This is the public IP. Then you need to create a virtual private gateway, and then you need to attach that to the VPC. It is already attached to the VPC which I created earlier. So in this VPC I have attached, I'll show the VPC. You can see the VPC ID here, 7428. In the virtual private gateway also we should be able to see the VPC details. After doing that, we need to create site-to-site connection. For that we need to go to site-to-site VPN connection, create VPN connection. Here we can give a name, then give the virtual private gateway customer ID. Here the local subnet is going to be the remote site subnet. It is 192.168.0.0/24 in our case, and remote subnet is going to be here, this region device subnet. So that is going to be 172.1600.0/24. Then we need to create the VPN. And if you look into the security groups, we'll open the security group config. Here also we have a security group called AWS VPN demo security group. And here I'm allowing ICMP, HTTP and SSH traffic. Based on the VPN traffic, you need to allow this policy, and you can even give source as here 192.168. So that also we'll see. And now we'll check already established tunnel. Click on tunnel details, and here tunnel 1 is already established. I have added only tunnel 1 details in the Linux VPN server. That is why it is showing only tunnel 1 details. And if you look into the static routes, we can see both routes are there in the IP prefixes list, and in the route table, I'll open the VPN demo route table. So here, even I have enabled the route propagation. To enable that, what we need to do is go to actions, edit route propagation, and we need to enable for this particular virtual private gateway, which we have already attached to the VPC. All these settings we'll see. Now we are just looking into the existing tunnel. Now Mumbai region configuration is completed. Now we need to look into Singapore region. Here also I have created a VPC. We can verify the VPC settings. Go to VPC. I'm using this particular VPC, on-premises VPC, and here the subnet is 192.168.0.0/24. To create a VPC, steps are going to be same like the previous region. VPC and more, you need to give a name, on-premises VPC, then you need to give the IP 192.168.0.0/24, then number of availability zone 1, then public subnet 1, private we can give 0. Here we are going to use only one subnet. Then you can disable NAT gateway and VPN endpoint. Then in the VPN server, we have to make one particular configuration change. Go to the VPN server, click on actions, networking, and change source destination check. Because this is going to act as a router for forwarding the VPN traffic, we need to add even a routing table here. I'll open the route table, go to VPC, then route table, open the route table, and here I have added a static route to the host. So 172.1600.0/24, it is forwarding to one particular EC2 instance, and this is our VPN router. Now we'll validate the already established tunnel. So here, now this is the terminal of VPN server. Its IP is 192.168.0.7. First we'll verify the configurations. I'll give nano, then /etc ctl.conf. So we have to add these configurations in the OpenSWAN server. First you need to install OpenSWAN and then add all these configurations. Then even we need to check /etc ipsec.conf. So here I have already enabled the logging, so it will be logging all the VPN connection details to var log pluto.log. Then this is already uncommented. I'll show all these steps later. Then we need to give nano/etc ipsec.d, and here for the AWS VPN I have added one file called aws.conf. So this contains the connection details, and we have aws.secret. So this contains the VPN pre-shared key. All these details you will get from the tunnel details. I'll show you how to get or how to download these details from the AWS console itself. Now if you want to check the VPN status, systemctl status ipsec, and now tunnel is active. And if you want to see the log /var, then log /pluto.log, and here we'll be able to see the VPN status. And for validating the connection, I'm already running a web server here, a Python web server using this particular command, and this host IP is 192.168.0.14. So this is one host which is running in this particular region. So I'll run the service and I'll go to the EC2 instance in the Mumbai region. Its IP is 172.16.100.7. I'll give wget and I'm able to download the content from this. Now in the VPN server, I'll shut down the VPN service, systemctl stop ipsec, and now we'll try to download the file. So now this won't get connected. And if you verify the VPN tunnel details here, this also will be down now. And if you want to download the configuration, you'll have an option download config. From here you can download multiple vendors configuration. Since it is an RFC standard protocol, all these vendors will be following same standard for establishing tunnel. So you can select one Cisco device and that will be giving you the configuration in a text format. You can just copy paste that config. Only the subnet details might change while putting the configuration to the device. And for Cisco, you have IKEv1 and 2 option. And here I have downloaded OpenSWAN config IKEv1 and added those configurations here, which I have showed earlier. I'll make the VPN up again. I'll give start ipsec. From here we'll try to connect to the host. So now we are able to again download the file from this particular web server which is running. And here also we have security groups. I'll go to VPC, go to security group. Here I'm using this particular security group on all the hosts. Based on your requirement, you can give the subnet if you want to allow. So here I'm allowing all the TCP ports to this particular subnet because even it is going through the tunnel, and here also I have the routing table. So whenever if I want to forward traffic to 172.16.0.0 subnet, it will look into this particular route table, and in the route table we have added our VPN server as the endpoint, and it will go to VPN server, and through the tunnel VPN server will forward the traffic to that. endpoint, and here we already have the route propagator added. So through this, it will return the traffic. Now we'll delete the VPN configuration and reconfigure it. I'll open the diagram. First, we'll delete this particular VPN server EC2 instance, then delete all the VPN configuration from this particular region. From the console, go to the EC2 instance. From the instances, I'll delete this particular server. Click on instance state, terminate the instance. I'll give terminate. And then go to VPC, route tables. And from here also we'll delete the route table. This particular route table, which we added for 172.16. These are added by default. So I'll remove only this. Click on save changes. Now we need to delete the VPN configuration, AWS VPN configuration from the Mumbai region. Action, delete VPN. I'll give delete. Then we need to delete the customer gateway. Action, delete customer gateway. Then virtual private gateway. First we need to detach it. It will take a couple of seconds to detach it. Now status is detached. We can go and delete the virtual private gateway. So now we have deleted site-to-site VPN, virtual private gateway, and customer gateway. Let us verify the route table. Now we don't have that virtual private gateway here. So that automatically got deleted. Now we can start adding the new VPN connection. For that, we will spin up the VPN server here in the Singapore region. Go to EC2, instances, click on launch instance. And here what I have noticed is in the latest 2023 image, OpenSWAN is not working. I'm using Amazon Linux 2 AMI. You can give VPN server new. Keep I'll select. Click on edit. And I'll select on premises VPC and subnet is 192.168. And I need to enable public IP assignment. And we'll use the existing security group. So it is this particular security group, which is having HTTP, SSH and ICMP allowed. And it is even allowing all the traffic from 172.16.100.0 subnet. Now click on launch instance. Go to instances. Now this is the public IP of the new VPN server. Copy this public IP, go to the Mumbai region, and here we need to first create a customer gateway. Create customer gateway on-prem CG, I'll call this. And we are not going to use BGP in this particular setup. So we are just creating a very simple site-to-site VPN tunnel. So we are going to use only static routing. So you just need to add the public IP of the VPN server and click on create customer gateway. Then you need to create a virtual private gateway. Create a virtual private gateway on-prem, then virtual private gateway. Click on create. Then in the actions, we need to attach this to a VPC. We need to attach this to AWS VPN demo. This particular VPC, this is having 172.16.100 subnet attached to VPC. Now this will be attaching. It will take a couple of seconds to attach. Now we'll create site-to-site connection, create VPN connection, and I'll call this new VPN, and we can select the previously created virtual private gateway, then customer ID on-prem CG, then the routing option is going to be static. You're not using any dynamic routing protocol here. So here we need to give both subnets. So one is 192.168.0.0/24. Another is 172.16.100.0/24. Then here in the local, we need to give this particular remote subnet. It is 192.168.0.0. 192.168.0.0/24, and remote is going to be 172.16.100.0/24. And in tunnel options, we have this IPsec phase 1 and phase 2 configurations. To simplify the configuration, we'll use the default option, but if you want to edit it, you can edit all these options here. So the phase 1 encryption, then phase 2 encryption algorithm and other parameters, Diffie-Hellman group and IK options and all are there. In the latest Amazon AMI, I was getting some of the Diffie-Hellman group mismatch when I was using OpenSWAN. That is why I used the AMI 2. So here we are selecting the default options. I'll click on create VPN connection. So this will take a couple of minutes to create the tunnel. In the meantime, we can install OpenSWAN in the VPN server. I'll go to instances, and this is our new VPN server. Click on connect. I'll connect from here itself. We'll check the internet connectivity. So internet is reachable. Sudo su hyphen. Now I'll give yum install OpenSWAN. Give yes. So now this has installed OpenSWAN, and let us refresh the Mumbai region setup. So still it is pending, but we can download the configuration. I'll select OpenSWAN IKEv1. So this is having only one option. Click on download. So file name is CA8. Save it. And this is the file content. So here you can see all the tunnel details. Here itself they are giving the complete step to configure in OpenSWAN. So the first step is open etc sysctl.conf and add this content. So here we'll give nano, enter, go to the notepad and we'll copy paste this content, copy, save it, enter, and then we can verify the configuration using this particular command. Then we need to open etc ipsec.conf and we need to verify this line is uncommented. So let us verify that also. So it is showing the added configuration. Then we'll give nano slash etc ipsec.conf and here by default this is uncommented, so we can skip that step. Now let us go back to the document. Then we need to copy paste this particular connection, the tunnel interface connection details. So I'll copy this. So we need to add this particular file content into this location. So in the previous setup, what we have mentioned is include etc ipsec.d star.conf. Anything which is coming with .conf in this directory, it will try to load that config. So we are adding aws.conf file in that particular location. Copy this, nano, then copy this, and from here we need to remove this ESP authentication. Then we have two options here, left subnet and right subnet. And to confirm that, what you can do here, the left ID and right IP address you can see. From here we'll be able to verify that details. Go to EC2 instances and from the VPN server IP address here in the Singapore region, the IP address is 47.128. So that is left ID. That means for the left subnet we have to give 192.168.0.0/24 and for the right we have to give 172.16.100.0/24. So if it is getting confused, you can just verify in this way. You can go to the instance, check the public IP and just add the subnet accordingly. Now save the file, enter. Now let us verify the VPN. So here it is available now and tunnel details is down. Now we'll go to route tables. So we are using this particular route table here. Need to go to actions, edit route propagation, and we need to enable this for this particular virtual private gateway. Now here in the routing table, go to VPC, route tables. For this, we need to edit the route. We'll add a route here, 172.60.100.0/24. We'll give the target as instance. We'll select VPN server new. Save the changes. Then for the instance, go to EC2. Actions, networking. So we need to give stop here. And in the VPN server config, we'll even enable the logging. Let us go to this particular documentation. Now we need to create one more file, AWS secrets, in the ipsec.d file. Copy this. Nano. We'll copy this. Paste the content here. Save the file. Enter. Now we have completed the tunnel 1 config. In this demo, we are going to use only tunnel 1. Now we'll start the IPsec service. I'll give systemctl start IPsec. Enter. So now it is starting. We'll check the status. So it is showing us active. We'll go to the Mumbai region and check the tunnel status. Click on site to site. Tunnel details. So this is showing us up. Now from the EC2 instance, we'll try connecting. From here, we'll try to ping to the IP. Ping 192.168.0.14. I'm able to reach to this particular IP, and we'll try to reach to even 6. And we can try running some service here. So we'll try to run it from 0.6 this time. This is just a simple Python HTTP server, Python 3 -m HTTP dot server. I'll do a wget from here. 192.168.0.6 port number 8000. So I'm able to get the files. This is working because I'm allowing all the ports in the security group. But if we run it here, then we need to allow all the inbound traffic for this subnet also from this. All these things you can customize based on your requirement. I hope this video was helpful for you to understand how to create site-to-site VPN tunnel from AWS region and and on-premises settings. Here we have used a Linux VPN server. Thanks for watching. If you're interested in network automation topics, you can consider subscribing my channel, Network Evolution as well. Thank you.